It is a beautiful day in Thailand, and I know you probably can't tell fully because we're on the cell phone, you know, all that stuff. Why do I do these things on the cell phone? Well, I guess the main reason is my computer at home, the internet access is not the best in the world. So trying to stream a video would probably be in like 480p or something. At least you get 720 here. And you know, I just really thought it would be a good day just to kind of sit down in front of the camera. I've got a nice long break here. I am working today, but like I said, I have a nice long break. And I thought it would be a good time to answer some questions and tell you guys what's coming up and see what's going on around the community and see how things are. I want to know if you guys have enjoyed the content this week. I put out I think 4 videos over the past 7 days. Yes, I'm going to be drinking my chocolate milk in front of you. I'm sorry. But I put out 4 videos and they've all done pretty well. And I really appreciate you guys responding to them. And again, all your support is wonderful, because really looking at maybe not having to do a 9-to-5 job next spring. Hopefully just getting to travel full-time would be ultimate. That's the ultimate goal here, is to travel and be able to bring you guys content non-stop. When I say non-stop, I don't literally mean like bore you guys to death with content. I just mean that it would be nice to be able to bring you enough content that I could do it from different places, not just Thailand, but moving around Southeast Asia. Vietnam is definitely on the list. Cambodia is on the list. Getting back to Laos, or Lao, however you want to pronounce it, is definitely on the list. I was only there overnight for a visa run the last time I was there, and I fully intend to go back when I have more time to spend. It really reminded me of the Philippines though. And you know, I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. Not that there's anything wrong with the Philippines, it's just that I really don't know how I feel about the whole being back in the same place, which is one reason, other than my job, why I haven't returned to the Philippines yet. Somebody asked in the comments the other day about, was I going back to the Philippines? I'm absolutely going back to the Philippines. I've already gotten the stuff that needs to be straightened out is being straightened out. That's being taken care of. So I can't wait to go back to the Philippines. And when I go back, it probably, or it'll probably be to a new area, possibly in a location that you know, I didn't get to go to last time, or somewhere new, something like that. I want to check and see. I've got should have the live chat on. I hadn't seen anybody comment. Can you guys comment? Can somebody just put like a number or type it to make sure my comments are on this thing? Because if not, I'm gonna just be talking to myself for a while, and that's gonna be kind of boring. Nobody wants to hear me just ramble. So what about the videos? So I did a video called what not to do as an expat in Thailand. That was a follow-up to a video called what not to do as an expat in the Philippines, which I did back in February. And since I've been here in Thailand, I wanted to address we be here. Good, thanks Tim, I appreciate you commenting, brother. I did a video to address some things that Jan Eagle, I don't know how to say, Eagle, I don't know how to say your last name, but thank you for being here. Yeah, I did a video to address some things just not to do in Thailand, and some things to keep yourself out of trouble. I also did a video on Pattaya and the facade of Pattaya. That video is geared, there was a lot of questions about that video. Hey James, good to see you. you know, that video is geared towards the newcomer, a person that thinks he's going to go to Pattaya and live the dream. That's what that video is about. I certainly hope you guys take it that way. I'm not an expert on Pattaya. I don't live in Pattaya. Although I will tell you that the more time I spend there and the more of that city that I see outside of the LK Metro, Walking Street, Beach Road area, you know, I get to like go outside and see more of the city because I'm meeting more people that live there and I get to see different places. Hey George, thanks for stopping by. The more I see of it, the more I think about potentially living there for 6 to 8 months, maybe, I don't know. I'll let you guys weigh in on that and tell me what you think at some point. What else is going on? Well, I opened up, for those of you who did not want to, I'm sorry, for those of you who did want me to start some type of Patreon, I just haven't done that, and I'm going to tell you why. I opened up a super chat, so if you feel so inclined, here's what I'll do, and I'm going to put this in the description of this video later, so everybody will understand what my super chat will be about. And it's real simple. If you donate, or if you give $1 to $3, you get a rolling credit at the end of a video. In other words, you're not, unless you want to stay anonymous, in which when you donate or when you put the money in the super chat, make sure you type the word anonymous. So you'll get a rolling credit at the end. Put a $5 donation or greater in the super chat, then you will get the rolling credit and you will also get a shout out in the video. In other words, brought to you by whoever you are. Thanks, James. Appreciate you letting me know that. Furthermore, on a much more exciting level, I'm going to do privatized videos specifically for those of you who want them. And I have talked to several people. I already have interest in doing this. And basically what it's going to come down to is, let's say there's a place in Thailand, we'll use the Pattaya area for example, or Bangkok area, and you want to know specifics about a street, about a hotel, both, about the area. You need me to look up information for you, you need me to do some recon for you, that kind of thing. You can get all that done at a split cost. When I say split cost, meaning the percentage will vary based on what kind of video you want and whether or not you allow me to use it on the YouTube channel. So it'll be something like a 60-40 or 80-20 split, and that video will be privatized, either privatized specifically for you, or it'll be you'll get a copy of the video yourself, and then I'll use it on the YouTube channel as well. Entirely up to you. The privatized video stuff seems more likely. It seems to have more interest from people. So if you want a video that is made specifically for you, that you will have essentially the copyrights to, that I'll never put it anywhere else, it'll be in a contract, you can get that video, and you can do it through PayPal. No questions asked. Really simple. I've tried to make it as simple as I can. I'll also be doing, as I've stated in the past, I'll be doing a gentleman's guide to 3 parts of Pattaya, Walking Street, LK Metro, and Beach Road, while I am in Pattaya in October. Those videos should be ready by mid-November, and those all will be privatized videos. Now I will still use, or I will still shoot regular video from Pattaya while I'm there in mid-October on my vacation, but you will be able to purchase your individual guides to individual spots in Pattaya through PayPal, and they will be yours and only yours. I will send them to you via Google Drive or Dropbox, and you will have them to download and keep them forever and ever. Do whatever you want to with them. So those are my business plans, and if you guys think that sounds like Jeremy's getting greedy, sounds like he's getting greedy, I'm not getting greedy, guys. My goal, my entire goal in life, is to be a self-sustained traveler. I do not need to make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year in order to do that. I just need to make enough money to travel. That's it. I want to bring you guys content, and of course I want to travel. I mean, I'm doing this because I love to travel. I'm doing this because I love traveling. I love new culture. I love new things. I love new people. I love the experience. But in order to do that, it's got to be funded somehow. And I'm trying not to get you guys on like a Patreon, you donate to me and I give you content kind of thing. I want to offer you content just like a web service would offer you content. So if you go to a website and you want to learn how to do something, you pay a fee for that website. Well, same thing here. If you want to learn how to not get fooled at certain areas of Pattaya, or if you want to learn where things are in Pattaya, if you want a privatized video about a certain area of Bangkok, if you want a privatized video about something in Chiang Mai, if you want any of those things, you just pay for the service. And you're not only paying for the entire service, because I'm going to split the cost with you. Why? Because I want to travel just as much as you want the information. So that is the fairest way I know how to do it. I am open to any and all suggestions that you guys may have regarding the information that I just shared with you. Open to anything, absolutely anything. Any ideas you have, feel free. Knock yourself out, hit me up in the chat, comments, Facebook Messenger, whatever you need. That's what I'm looking at doing right now, and I really hope that it works well. Also, I told you guys there was a new channel coming up. There's a new channel coming up. It's going to start probably mid-October, mid to late October, and I'm going to have a partner. And if you guys think real long and hard, you can probably put two and two together. I will tell you that Steve Montelli and I are going to be doing some stuff. He put it out on his channel 2 days ago, so I have no reason not to put it out on mine. If you enjoyed the live streams with Steve and I, we are actually going to get together in Thailand next month and do a live stream that will kick off something that we hope to start and that we hope will be special. We really hope to bring a new perspective to a lot of things for you guys. You know, Steve is an older gentleman. I believe he's 65. I'm about to be 38. There's quite a bit of age disparity there, and it's good to hear the contrasting views from both him and I. That's what we've been told. That's what a lot of us, that's the information, that's the feedback that we get. So, with that being said, I just kind of wanted to set out and talk to you guys for a little bit and see what was on your mind, and see if you guys wanted to tell me any jokes or anything that you might come up with. I can sit here and drink my chocolate milk for a few minutes and you can watch. Also, if any of you guys are going to be in the Pattaya area during mid-October, excuse me, by all means, please let me know, and I will be happy to meet up with you. Last weekend when I was in Pattaya, I met up with a subscriber, and I've had to tell you, I've met up with 2 subscribers in Pattaya over the last 2 months, and both of those have been outstanding, wonderful experiences. I mean, I literally, truly enjoyed both of them. The first experience was great because we stayed there for a while. You'll be here in 2 weeks, George? Well, that might be about the time. So get in touch with me on Facebook Messenger and let me know when and where you're going to be if you want to meet up, and we'll definitely get together. But the first guy, I got to spend a couple nights or a weekend basically hanging out with him, and it was wonderful. I now call him a friend. The subscriber I met this past weekend, we've had conversations since then, and call him a friend too. Ian, my man, what's up? You call me a legend. That's funny. But he's a great guy, very interesting story, and if you're watching, you know who you are. I'm not going to call any names, but I really appreciate the conversation we had, and we had dinner. It was great. It was a really good time. It really was. I enjoy meeting you guys. If I ever seem skittish about meeting you people, it's only because of what's happened to me in the past with meeting expats. Please don't ever take it personally. Do not take it personally. If you're interested in the Facebook group, know that I have. Ray G says, great live, brother, and great videos. Ray, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Best beach villa. This will be my 7th trip in 2 years. Wow. George likes to come a lot, and I don't blame you. Best beach villa. I have to look that up. I always stay in it. You know, I'm still in the budget-minded traveling. You know, my mindset is like a budget traveler, where I just can't get out of the. If I book a hotel room that's more than like $25 a night, I have some type of like convulsion internally. Spending that much money on a hotel room is like, no, don't do it. And you know, I've booked up in Pattaya. I'm going to be there for a while in October, and the hotel, the 2 rooms that I booked were less than $28. No, I booked 3 hotel rooms, and George says, off of Beach Road, Soy 5. Oh, well, yeah, I know where you're talking about. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that. I think I know exactly the building you're talking about, George. Totally lost my train of thought. Ian says, did you try the Sang Thip whiskey yet, Jeremy? If it's got alcohol in it, I didn't try it because I don't drink alcohol. I drink chocolate milk. It's good. I was talking about Facebook group before. If you want to get in the Facebook group, be sure to send me a message, and as long as I can verify you're not a troll, we'll put you in the Facebook group. We're having some success on that so far. Pal says, hello, missing Thailand so much, back in the UK for 1 week, hate it, got to save up like mad to come back in 6 months time. I understand, a lot of people do a lot of saving to get here, and that's a good way to get here, is to save up money. And even if things don't work out for me the way that I'm hoping they will, I'm thinking that I may just go ahead and continue the 9 to 5 thing for maybe another year, maybe until spring of 2020, and just save that year's worth of money, and then go travel. Because the bike that I have now, the motorbike I have now, I live in a place where, you know, you really need transportation, and the motorbike I have is a very, very old, sorry guys, there's a fly around my head, but it's an old Honda Click 125, and it's a 2009. It's not doing so well, so I'm definitely going to need to get a new bike, and that would cut out a lot of transportation cost for me traveling back and forth from where I live to Pattaya. You'd be surprised how many people tell me I say Pattaya wrong. I don't know how to say it. The Thais say it like 3 different ways, so whatever. But got to get that. You know, that's pretty important. There's some more equipment. There's always, as a photographer and videographer, there's always equipment that's needed, like always, right? So I got to do that stuff, and just kind of trying to figure out exactly what it is I want to do, because is it smart to travel every weekend? Is it financially responsible to travel every weekend and incur all the costs? I don't know. Like, I don't know yet. The reason I don't know yet is because I was living off of ROI in the Philippines, and I only traveled once a month. Here, having the extra income, I've been able to travel, you know, every weekend, but my travel is limited. About as far as I can go is Bangkok, because that's about 3.5 to 5 hours away, depending on traffic, and you know, that consumes, if I get off work on Friday at 4:30 p.m., by the time I get home, even if I have everything packed, by the time I just get to the bus station here and get to Bangkok, it's usually 9:30 or 10 p.m. before I get there. So, you know, that kind of limits what you can do on Friday night. It basically just gives you Saturday to do anything. And then, you know, Sunday is pretty much the return trip home. Excuse me, guys. My nose itches. So, this is why I struggle with do I want to renew a contract next year and continue to work, or do I want to really do some hardcore budget traveling and return back to my ROI from America, which is small, but it's enough to allow me to survive, and then use the AdSense money slash whatever money I start making off of these privatized videos, and maybe super chat money, which I don't expect to make, you know, much money off super chat. Because really all you guys are getting for super chat is I'll definitely answer your question, that's for sure. Your comment will not be ignored. If I have to research it, you'll get an answer for it. The other thing is, you know, if you give less than $5 donation, then you get a rolling credit at the end of the video. If you give more than $5 or $5 more, then you get a shout out and credit at during the video. So, you know, is it really worth it? Month stay, how you're happy to get back to UK, man. Always talking about. Yep. I would like to have, my plan was to go home, and when I say home, I mean back to America in April, because we have a month, basically a month's vacation in April, and I thought about doing that, but I'm thinking I'm not going to go back to America, because I'm probably going to spend that month in another country, or in 2 countries. Like maybe I'll hit Vietnam for 2 weeks, Cambodia for 2 weeks, stuff like that. And when I do these, when I put the information out about a super chat, or about privatizing videos through PayPal, or selling you guys content, you know, I'm offering you a product. It's not like I'm asking you to donate to support me. No one will ever be asked on this channel, ever, like right now you're hearing me, you'll never be asked to support my life. In other words, I don't need you to support my rent, my food, my travel, my cell phone, all that stuff. That's on me. What I do with the money that I collect anytime, including AdSense money off YouTube, AdSense, Super Chat, all that stuff, PayPal, whatever the case may be, I take that money and use it to travel, to bring you guys more content, and to allow me to see the things that I want to see. So that's where that money goes, always, every time. Let's see, Pal says, yes, I was just waiting for some cash. I'll be 50 in March. I think it's easy to stay in Thailand. I hate the UK. Well, you're not the first person I've heard say that they hated the UK, pal. I don't know why. I've never been to the UK. I really want to go. And I plan, guys, you know, within the next 3 to 5 years to travel some of Europe for sure. Ian says Thailand draws you back. Yeah. Thailand is one of those places where I just really don't want to leave. Like, even thinking of going home, I want to see my father, I want to see my brother. I have many friends at home that I miss dearly. But some of them are thinking about coming over here to visit, which would be fantastic, because, I mean, who doesn't want their friends to come see them in a foreign country, right? But I do miss my family. And my pal says, yes, I love it, and Thailand's where my heart is. It's kind of where my heart is too. This may be home base in Southeast Asia for the foreseeable future for me, provided that the visa situation allows me to stay here. See, that's the other thing about working here in Thailand. As long as I'm working, not only do I have the 1-year visa that I only have to renew as long as I keep a job, and I don't have to worry about whether or not they're going to renew my tourist visa after 60 or 90 days or whatever, but I also get health insurance. So, you know, that's a big plus working here. And I think you can also get health insurance. Hey Tommy, thanks for showing up, man. I think you can also get health insurance. I'm not sure about an educational visa. That is another plan that I have, is potentially, if things go well. Ian says, did you enjoy the Metro apartments, Jeremy? Yes. I have to tell you, the room that I stayed in, if you guys haven't seen the Metro Apartments review, please go watch that video. It's very short. but it gives an in-depth view of the Metro apartments in LK Metro in Pattaya. I have to tell you, that is the nicest room I've stayed in since I've been in Thailand, other than my apartment in Bangkok. The Metro apartment had a queen-size bed, hot water shower, mats on the floor, which most places don't. They just let you slip and slide. It had a kitchenette, guys, a kitchenette in the apartment. This thing was $20 for one night, 20 bucks a night, and it had a kitchenette, microwave, refrigerator, toaster, hot water kettle, the whole 9 yards. One sec. It had all that for 20 bucks a night. I was shocked. I was blown away. And the room was on the back side of the hotel, so the noise from LK Metro did not keep up at all. The second night I was there, I stayed in iRovers. I love iRovers. I absolutely love that place. It's very cheap. How cold was the air con? John, I have to tell you, it was cold, man. The good thing about this apartment, another thing I've never experienced before, it had a ceiling fan directly over the bed. Now, I'm a cold sleeper. I like to sleep cold. In Celsius terms, my thermostat stays on 23 when I sleep, and I usually have some kind of fan blowing on me as well. So I had the ceiling fan crunk up on high while I was in this apartment, and you know, the thermostat's down on like 23, 22, something like that. I slept like a baby. I mean, I actually got some good rest in Pattaya, and that really doesn't happen that often. It was a good room, but I also had a sofa that I believe the sofa, I didn't test it, but I believe the sofa folded out into another bed. So you could probably fit, you know, 3 or 4 people in there easily. Hey Neil, you should try At Sea Residence right at the entrance of Walking Street. Is that on top of the beer garden? Is that where that is? I've heard of that before. At Sea Residence. I believe that is on top of the beer garden, if I'm not mistaken. Let me. I would love to know that, because I haven't fully like my vacation hasn't fully been booked yet. I still have 1 or 2 more nights to book in Pattaya. So, yeah, George says it's next to the beer garden. Next to the beer garden. Yes, okay. Pal says, I just came back from 3 weeks on Phi Phi Islands. And he likes Pattaya as well. I don't know where Phi Phi is. I will check out the At Sea Residence, guys. Thank you for the suggestion. I don't know what the prices are, but it doesn't really, I mean, it's not, you know, a huge deal. The thing about it is, high season is starting to come in here in Pattaya, and the room rates are starting to go up. So, you know, that it's going to get a little more pricey for me to travel for sure. Ray G says, wow, Neil, so I can really find decent places to stay for $25 to $30. Absolutely. Absolutely you can, for sure. Tommy, what was your question? What's monthly there? Oh, you're talking about at the beer garden. I'm not sure what the price is there. That would be a question for, who wrote that? Neil. Neil would have to answer that question for us. And I would be very grateful if he did. Because the truth is, I'm not sure what that is. I use Hotels.com because of their rewards program. They have silver and gold level programs, plus they give you a free night, plus when you're a silver member and after you book a lot, hey Rebecca, booking.com, I've heard of that, haven't used it though. Do they have any kind of rewards program? That would be good information to share. But with Hotels.com, now every time I book, I get an additional coupon for 10 to 15% off of my next booking, plus every 10 nights I get a free night. So, you know, it works out pretty well for me. Let's see, I just missed some comments here. It's good. Phi Phi is where they filmed a famous film. Jeremy, I cannot remember the name of it. Are you talking about the beach? Probably talking about the beach. Oh, Rebecca says, yes, sometimes they give 25% off. Booking.com. I'll check it out. Giovanni, my man, where have you been? I haven't heard from you in a while. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Pal says the beach, yep, 650 pounds for 20 nights. December 1 to December 20. That sounds pretty good. I don't know what the conversion is in US dollars. I would imagine that would be around, what, 900 to 1,000 US dollars for how many nights did you say? Nights? Wow. Oh, there's also, if you wanted to stay somewhere like right in the middle of some action on Soi 6, there's a place called, I believe it's the Victoria Garden, or the Victoria something, Queen Victoria, something like that. You can actually rent an apartment there, and these are like apartments you would live in. They have full kitchens, the whole 9 yards, for 15,000 baht for the month. I mean, and it's in the middle of Soi 6, and it has a 4-star world-class restaurant in the bottom of it. I've eaten there before. You guys just left some comments. Let me see what you said here. Unfortunately, Mia Bay was closed, but lots more fun to do. The beach, yeah, that's the one. Rebecca says, I got $1,000 for 15 nights in Pattaya at Delhi Hotel. Breaky each day. I'm not sure what that means, Rebecca, but I'll take your word for it. John says, I'm doing that. What are you doing, John? Tell me more. Ian says, could not remember I need a gallon of coffee on a morning to function like a car needs oil. I understand. I had about 3 cups this morning myself. It took me a while to get started. Breakfast. Oh, Rebecca meant breakfast. Okay, I got you. So does breakfast come with most bookings on booking.com? Or is that specifically for individual hotels? That'd be a good question. Most of the, yes, okay, great. That's interesting. I'll definitely have to check out booking.com. But I'm a silver member on Hotels.com. I don't know what I need to do to get to gold. I certainly would love to increase that up to gold because the prices get better. So, for example, as a silver member, if I go to places like, guys, I'm so sorry, my nose is itching so bad. If I go to places like, for example, the Metro apartment thing, right? It was like 28 or, no, it was like $32 a night. But with the silver member discount, I got it for 20. So I saved myself $8 right there. And then I got a 10% coupon for booking on my next booking. Plus, I got credit for the night staying there, which counts towards my 10 nights. You stay 10 nights with Hotels.com and then you get one for free. Let's see here. Hey guys, sorry I lost you. Are you talking about Soy Deanna, Raymond? I feel like that might have been where you were talking about. Coffee and Jack Daniels to start my day. Yes. No Jack Daniels for me. Coffee for sure. No question. Let me make sure that my hotspot is still working here, guys, because I want to make sure I didn't lose any of you. Yeah, okay, good. We're still up. That's one of the disadvantages here about internet. Steven says, do you ever use Airbnb or is that too much? I used Airbnb when I moved to Thailand. So when I actually moved from the Philippines to here, I stayed in an Airbnb for 5 days until I found an apartment. Airbnbs are under a lot of scrutiny here. In case you don't know what's going on, Thailand has a stipulation stating that it's basically illegal for you to rent out a place or to sublet a place for less than 30 days. So technically, hotels, guest houses, all of those things, Airbnbs that are renting for less than 30 days are technically illegal. And they're working that out right now. It's a big deal with the hotel commission because the Airbnbs and guest houses are taking away business from the hotels here in Thailand, and Thailand has a big, strong, healthy hotels association. It's kind of like a union, and if you want to think of it in that terms. I go to Nydia and food drink at Pattaya. Best larb chicken. Not sure what that means. Best larb chicken, cold beers, and awesome staff. Nydia food and drink. I have to check that out. Have you gotten out into the rural countryside parts of Thailand? Yes, I actually went to, I've been to Prachanburi and Kachananburi or something like that. I have videos on them on the channel. You're welcome to check them out. It was definitely a unique experience. The province here, I like a little bit better than the provincial Philippines. It's just a personal preference. Let me see what you guys just said. Giovanni says, for cell and internet, which country is better, Philippines or Thailand? Thailand, hands down, no questions asked. No questions asked. George says, I'm a teacher. How do you know that, George? That's true, I am a teacher. John says, Thailand got better internet and cell phones. I agree, John, 100%. The internet, the infrastructure, just in general, everything about the infrastructure here in this country is just better than the Philippines. That is not a knock on the Philippines. I'm not taking anything away from the Philippines. I'm just saying that when it comes to infrastructure stuff, transportation, roads, anything digital, cell service, internet, the whole 9 yards, all of that stuff is about roughly a decade ahead of the Philippines. It just is. Would you consider moving to the rural areas of Thailand? Who asked that question? Darius, I don't think I've seen you in here before, so welcome. Probably not. I'm not a big fan of provincial locations. It's just not my thing. I like being in either small cities or large cities. Like, I love Bangkok. Most people are like, just get me out of Bangkok. Oh my God, the traffic. Oh my God, the people. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, that. Not me. I'm like, take me to Bangkok. I can get on the MRT, the BTS, the Skyline, whatever I want to do, and Purple Rail or whatever, and just go. And I love it. So that's just a difference in personalities, I guess. Sterling says, hi Jeremy, hope all is good. I have some catching up to do. Yes sir, yes you do, Sterling, but thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. There are, if you haven't seen the videos I put out over the last 3 or 4 days, then I encourage you to go look at them for sure. Do you need a degree to teach? I've heard you don't need in some places. Legally, you need a degree. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, legally, you need a degree. There are places here that you can work. Ian's talking about my Cassawan Falls video that he looked at, I think earlier this morning. That was a pretty good video. I enjoyed shooting that video. That was from the Philippines. You need a degree to work here, legally. You can get jobs at like language centers and that kind of thing, but most of the time they're not going to give you a work permit and you're going to be working illegally, and that's not a good thing if you don't have a degree, because they legally can't employ you. So that's in most cases. There are exceptions, let me be clear. Sorry, fly on the head. But there are exceptions to that rule. However, if you have a degree and a teaching certificate, which is very cheap and very attainable, I did both of them, you can do it, for sure. Do you ever get bored being by yourself so much in a foreign country? Yeah, sometimes, Darius, I do. Yeah, sometimes. I wouldn't say I get bored as much as I get lonely. You know, being a solo traveler is something that you really have to love doing, but, and I do, I love traveling by myself because I'm accountable to nobody but me. But sometimes, like for example, when I meet up with these guys in Pattaya or Bangkok or wherever I've met subscribers before and we hang out, it's a lot of fun to hang out with those people, and it's a lot of fun to have somebody to hang out with because I'm always by myself. So yeah, I would say sometimes it's fun to have people to hang out with and do things with. And yeah, I do get a little bored and a little lonely from time to time. John, do they care at all what degree you got and what university you went to? As long as it has to be an accredited university from somewhere. It has to be accredited, but the degree doesn't really matter. You just need a 4-year degree. Can you say hello to my mom, Linda Buxton? Hello, Linda Buxton. I don't know what you mean by that, Neil, but I said hello. DJ says, glad I've caught you. Does anyone know if I can teach English in Bangkok with a criminal past? You cannot teach here with a criminal record. I'm very, very sorry to tell you. They do a state and federal background check from your home country, especially if you're from America. And they also do a criminal background check in Thailand to make sure that you don't have any criminal charges pending against you. Siente says, hi man, greetings from Mexico. Hey from Mexico, hi from Mexico. I would speak Spanish, but it's really, really, really bad Spanish. And I took 7 semesters of Spanish in college. Still can't say a word in Spanish. Foreign languages aren't my thing, just like math. Anyway, I was just planning on sitting here talking for a few minutes, and now it looks like it's a little bit after almost about 3:15, and I've been going for about 40 minutes. So you guys got anything else, or you want me to cut it off right here? I want to say that I appreciate you guys tuning in very much. There will be more live streams coming. Look forward to what's coming with Steve Montelli and I. I am in southern Thailand for I Am the Naked Ape. That's his name. That's clever. Live streams coming up with Steve Montelli, and some good content, some good info. We got some things planned. Ray, you are welcome, my friend. Any information you guys need, leave it in the comment section below. Hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Do whatever you need to do to get in touch with me. I usually reply fairly quickly. Do you need a license to drive a dirt bike there? Tony asked. I haven't seen anybody driving a dirt bike, but if you're talking about like a motorbike, like a scooter, yes, you need a license for sure. And you also need insurance, but insurance here is extremely cheap. George says, great channel. Thank you so much, George. I really appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Like I said, if there's anything you need, comment below. Later, guys.